going on, everybody? It's Steven here and welcome back to another console review. Today we're going to have a look at the Reasnow Crosshair converter. It's a mouse and keyboard converter for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox One and Xbox 360. Now I'm actually re-uploading this video because I was absolutely not satisfied with the audio. I had a new camera mic and it's totally crap. Also the autofocus in 4K is very hard to manage, so I'm now using manual focus, and sorry for the re-upload. Anyway, the Crosshair converter is a super awesome device and it deserves a super awesome review. But yeah, let's get started. Now, what can that thing here do for you? Basically, you can play with mouse and keyboard on your console just like on a computer. For shooters, this is the best thing ever. Like, I play a lot of Destiny right now, and for Destiny, you have a lot of fast movement. Sometimes you have to give headshots for more damage, and honestly, I have to say, with mouse and keyboard, for me, this is way easier. Now, that's not everything. So the Crosshair can actually do a lot of stuff, which also the Titan One can do, but the Crosshair is better in that way because you don't have to have a computer near your console. So this is a standalone device. You just have to configure it once, but you can also configure on the go, so it's very cool. I will later show you how that actually is working. But the cool thing is you don't have to have a computer near your console. That's also kind of bad because you cannot load some custom scripts like, for instance, to mod on the go or to just load up some cheats like no recoil. But that's something I don't do online because I don't want to get banned on my PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. So I just play with mouse and keyboard, which is actually undetectable, and I don't see it as cheating because you can be good with a controller and you can be good with mouse and keyboard. So I know people, they're actually as good with the controller as I'm with mouse and keyboard. But well, let's don't talk about this. So it's compatible with all different mice, keyboards and joysticks, so you can also use joysticks, you can use gamepads. One interesting thing is that you can use an Xbox 360 controller on the PlayStation 4, you could use an Xbox One controller on the PlayStation 4, so basically you can use just all different kinds of controllers on each console. As I've said before, it supports PS4, PS3, Xbox One, Xbox 360, so no Wii or Wii U support or something like that or some other crap consoles. But well, so the most important consoles are supported by this device here. So let's talk about the price tag. Now it retails on Amazon for about $120. Usually comes with shipping to around $150, so it's like double the price of the Titan One, which is $70 to $80 usually, I think. The Titan One, I'm still using that. It's not like Titan One is a bad device, but this one here is way easier to manage. Like, you just connect it to your console with the USB cable, and there you go. You don't need to have a computer near your console, no extra noise from your computer, not too many wires and everything like that. So I really enjoy the Crosshair controller. Now, as always, you can find a link down below in the description, and I would say let's don't talk too much, let's get directly started, let's do a quick unboxing, and then let's see how this thing here performs. So guys, here's the Reasnow Crosshair, and the device itself, it comes in a pretty small box with the Reasnow logo. It came directly from China. Took some time, but it arrived safely, and you can also buy from some European or American resellers, so just check out the link down below in the description if you're interested. So the device itself, it's that black thing here with some glossy surface. It looks really cool, very small, just like a pack of cigarettes, as you can see, and you don't need a computer, as I've told you before, but it has to be connected to your console, and we have here a mini USB cable to do that. Here USB 2.0 connector, here mini USB connector for the device itself. So that's basically everything you can find along with a user manual inside of that box here. And the shipping was kind of cheap because, well, the box is also kind of small, and I haven't paid taxes on that because, well, probably too small, and they didn't know what that thing here is and how expensive it is. All in all, it's pretty interesting that they also want to include a Logitech G27 support with force feedback. Not sure how they want to do it because it basically just emulates the controller input. Like, if you press the circle, then it just, if you press a button on the keyboard, it just acts like you would press, for instance, a button on the controller, so the other way. And not really sure how they want to do that with the G27. I mean, emulating the input isn't really so hard to do. But how about the force feedback? How does it communicate with that? I'm really not sure how that works. Maybe, no, that can't work with the vibration of the controller. I have absolutely no clue. But they told me they're working on it. Hopefully, yes, because Titan 1 was promising that too, but they haven't delivered it so far, if I'm correct. All in all, the device looks really, really nice. It also supports Xbox headsets. Probably, well, I don't know how you're going to use that, maybe with an adapter. But I would say now let's get directly started and let's quickly check out the device. Let's check out all the USB connectors. So let me give you a closer look on the Reasnow Crosshair. And here it is, guys. Now we have here a black and glossy finish at the top surface, and under that there is actually an LED panel or something like that, so a display with the Crosshair logo, and it can light up in different colors. Also it comes with a speaker. I think you don't see the speaker here, but it beeps, and this is really important if you set the sensitivity so you know, hey, I just went one step up or down. And here at the top you'll later see how that looks, so it can light up and show you which profile you have loaded up, which is also really important, like you know which game you're currently playing. Now here on the front side we have two USB ports. Like here on the right side I usually plug in the mouse. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter to which USB port you plug the device to, but I just saw it in the user manual, so right side was the mouse, left the keyboard. Then here on this side you have another USB port, and this is for the controller. So you have to connect the PlayStation 4 Xbox One controller to that port here. So with the micro USB, or on the older consoles with mini USB or that Xbox thing there. And well, that are basically the USB connectors, but we have another USB connector, which is the mini USB port here on the back side, and this is basically to connect the device to your console. Really important that you're going to do that. And here we have a little hole. This is not a speaker, so I guess that's some reset hole. So in there there's a reset button. If the device hangs up, you can probably reset it. But so far it was working great, so there was no need to do that. But yeah, it could also maybe be the speaker, but so far I think it's the reset button. Okay, it's not on right now, so there's nothing to see on the display. The cool thing is that the frame here is made out of aluminum, so it's actually some really nice material and feels pretty good. Here on the back side we have the Crosshair logo, designed by Reasnow Technology, assembled in China. I think it's a Chinese company too, comes with CE, which should be the correct CE FC, so you shouldn't have a problem with importing that thing here. All in all, that's the device, and now I would say let's hook it up to the console so I can show you my setup and how that thing here is looking. So let's go, guys. Okay guys, now here's my setup. You have maybe already seen that in some other videos, but yeah, let's go quickly through it. On the left side, a full HD monitor connected to my PlayStation 4, Xbox One and the computer. You can see the consoles right over here. So PlayStation 4 is now on, sorry for the noise, so it's very noisy when playing Destiny. And the Reasnow Crosshair is connected with the USB cable you can see here. Here the Xbox One, and it also works on the Xbox One, so I already tested it, but well, I'm currently playing a lot of Destiny, so we're going to test it here in Destiny. Here, a 4K monitor connected to my keyboard, to my computer, and I also have an HDMI switch to switch here between all the consoles, because, well, I don't have so many HDMI ins. But, well, here the computer, the Reasnow is not connected to it, because it doesn't need a computer. So let's have a look at it, and here you can see the Reasnow Crosshair. And when it's flashing, you can see how the display here looks like. Pretty cool thing, so it's multicolor, and basically indicates which profile you have loaded up and if it's on or not. Sorry for the focus, so everything here is very glossy and hard to focus for the camera. But well, the most important thing is that you don't just connect it when the PlayStation 4 is on. So make sure you just switch off your PlayStation 4, and then you can connect it to any of the front USBs here. Really, it doesn't matter which one you take. But then you connect everything, like here we have the mouse connected, here the keyboard, and here the PlayStation 4 controller, which is connected with a micro USB cable here to the controller. Now, yeah, I have here a Logitech G502. I absolutely love that gaming mouse. So if you're looking for a new mouse, have a look at that one here. It's not too expensive, but really, I absolutely love it. The design, the handling, everything. Then here another cheap Logitech keyboard, so the G105, one kind of cheap keyboard, but it comes with backlight, gaming mode, and it's really awesome. So well, the mouse is connected here on the right USB port and the keyboard on the left one. And also the PlayStation 4 controller right over here. So let's quickly check it out. And you can see I can control myself here in Destiny, also with that stick. So the controller is fully working even though it's connected here to the crosshair. But let's just see if the keyboard is also working. So you could use both at the same time. So just check this out. WASD, space to jump. Only strange thing is that, for instance, R is now square because in Destiny square is reload. And yeah, it can be quite confusing if it says press square and then you don't know, hey, which button is that? But you get used to that. Then another thing I want to show you is, you can see the green color here, that means just it's a Destiny profile. But I can go here with page up and down through the different profiles. So we have here, I think 6 profiles is the maximum or something like that. And you can just switch here with page up and down, which is the default button, between the profiles. So I have to choose the green one, otherwise, yeah, we have the wrong button layout for Destiny. Then another cool thing is that you can just change the sensitivity of the mouse on the go. This is really important because you don't have a computer near you, but you have to really find the correct settings. Each game is different, like you have here sensitivity settings in Destiny. If you go to options and settings here at the top, and yeah, I have it now on crazy, so I think that's the maximum. But it really also depends on the settings of the crosshair. And if it's too slow or something like that, you don't have to reconnect it to the computer because that would be really annoying. You would have to switch off your PS4 all the time and then just reconnect everything. But you can press on the controller the share and the options button at the same time. Oh, sorry. That was bad. Let me do it again. Okay, now we're in config mode. So you heard 2 beeps and now the display is off. So now we can configure the sensitivity. For instance, the right D-pad button increases the hip sensitivity, I think. And the upper one increases the general, so the aimed sensitivity or something like that. And you see the left D-pad button is to decrease it, so it makes a different sound. Then the down keypad is to decrease the other sensitivity, and it goes down too. And I think it's also possible to remap buttons on the go, but actually I don't do that, so I just load up the profiles on the computer and edit it on the computer. It's much easier to do. And basically you can change the sensitivity of your mouse on the go, so if it's too slow or too fast, just play around here with the settings. And once you're finished, press here share and options again. Then yeah, it beeps again, it flashes, and that means sensitivity safe. So now you can actually go and enjoy Destiny, Call of Duty or some other bullshit on your console. So all in all, I think it's really, really cool. And what I will do now, I will show you some gameplay to see how good it really works. Because in some games on the Titan 1 I had a problem that the settings were so crap, like it was lagging a little bit. It wasn't able to auto-aim, because this can be really annoying because you have a high accuracy with mouse and keyboard and then auto-aim too. It's not really good. So make sure you just disable all that and then just play with mouse and keyboard, and that's what we're going to do right now. So guys, we're now here on the computer and I've now connected the Reasnow Crosshair to the computer. Then you just download here the Crosshair Manager and you start it. Then you will see here the Crosshair, and here you can see firmware restore, but actually we just click at the device here. And then you can already see here the consoles, the PlayStation 4 and the profiles. Now you can store up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 profiles per console. So you can switch between the consoles, here the PlayStation 4, here the Xbox One. Then here we have the PlayStation 3 and here the Xbox 360. So on the PlayStation 4 I mainly use Destiny, but also I tried GTA 5, which is super awesome. Then some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and really it works really, really good. Now let's have a look at such a profile, just like the Destiny profile. So just double click it, and in there you can basically see which key on the controller is which key on your keyboard. Like the PlayStation button is now the escape button in Destiny, then square is currently the R button, One is, for instance, triangle, so that's to switch the weapon. Then, yeah, the circle is on C, and it's pretty cool. And you see the D-pad controls, they're actually on the arrows on the keyboard, and you can remap that. Like, if you don't want to have the PlayStation button on escape, just click at it, and then you can basically choose here a different key out of the keybinds. And you can see here all keys, which you can also find on your keyboard, even numpad is supported. But usually I would just have it here on auto detect, so now you just press the key on the keyboard, that's way easier, and now it's back on the escape button. But well, you can also have that key on a remote control, you can just delete the key, or you can just set it to your mouse, and that's a really, really cool thing. So this is how you do the primary key mapping. Here on the right side you have the preferences, like Destiny, so that's the name of the profile. You can give it a different color, like that are the colors which also show up on the device itself. So you know, hey, that's the color of Destiny if it lights up green. Because it doesn't come with an LCD, so just that display here would shows you some different colors. Here are the mouse settings, really important, the hip sensitivity and the ADS sensitivity. So I have it here on 213, 329. I think usually hip is higher than that, but I play perfectly fine with those settings here, and you can configure that with your controller. The Y-X ratio is usually 20 or something like that. Not sure how you change it in live mode, but I would just keep it here on the default value for the profile, because that's actually a good thing. But usually the sensitivity is too low. Depends on your hardware. With my mouse, sensitivity is always too low, so I have to play around. And it was here on 20 and 10, so you can see I increased it by the factor 10 and here by the factor, well, 30. We also have here stick controls, and you can also set here a dead zone if you want to. I just would keep it on the pre-assigned value, because I'm not really sure what the dead zone now means then, because you're using WASD to go around and not a thumbstick, and the thumbstick usually has a dead zone, but your keys on your keyboard, they don't have a dead zone. So you could play around and tweak the settings, but really guys, I haven't noticed anything here. I just played around here a little bit from 16 to 30, wasn't a huge difference at all. Joystick settings, if you play with a joystick, then you can set the dead zone right over here. So basically this is how you configure a full game, and it really doesn't matter what game you're going to play, you can just configure everything in here for every game. Once you're finished, you can save the profile and you can just go back here with that home button. So I have here on the PlayStation 4 those 8 profiles. It's not possible to have more. That means you actually have to delete some profiles if you're not going to play that game anymore. That's the only bad thing, because on the Titan 1 you just load up a different profile, but here you just have to delete it, boom, it's gone. But I think it's pretty okay, and you can choose your startup profile. This is really important. I have Destiny here startup, so once you connect it to your PlayStation 4 and you start up your console, it will automatically load up Destiny profile. Here for the Xbox 360 is basically the same thing. You can just add games, and you can see there are something like 20-25 games, and they are new. They come with each update, and you can also set here a custom game. And yeah, the custom game is basically you can set it to, I don't know, some random game like what the fuck, Formula 1 or something like that. And you can just then make a new keybind and set everything to fit your needs on the keyboard. Pretty cool thing, but first of all, before you can really use the Reasnow Crosshair, you have to take yourself like 1 hour and configure everything. Don't forget to set the profiles here for the correct console, like here PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, and here Xbox One. Well, so that's the whole software. You should not forget to save the whole profile, which I'm not going to do right now because it would destroy all my settings. But basically you just hit the save button and then it writes all the settings here and all profiles to the firmware of the Crosshair. But if you just fuck up the firmware, there's a restore button, which you have seen before. So in the main menu, it was the button right over here in the right bottom corner. So if it's not working anymore, just restore the firmware and then you can just rewrite the firmware with the new profiles once again. So that's the PC software. All in all, very easy to use. And now we're going to play some Destiny. So let's go to the PlayStation 4 and let's check out how the Reasnow Crosshair is really working. So there we are, guys. In Destiny, I'm currently level 10 because I started a new character here on the PlayStation 4, and really, playing with mouse and keyboard is super awesome. Now, for shooters like Black Ops, this is probably the best thing ever, but I wouldn't call it unfair or hacking because I know people, they play better with a controller than with mouse and keyboard. But for the majority of people, yeah, it's just easier and you probably have more accuracy with mouse and keyboard. And in multiplayer, this is really undetectable because it just emulates the controller input. There is nothing which injects into the game. So yeah, the risk to get banned online is 0.0000001%. So I never did read anything that somebody got banned because he used a mouse and keyboard converter here for the PlayStation. But really, I don't know yet. I'm using that for a long time, haven't got banned yet, and it's a really cool thing. And you can see I play here currently online on the PlayStation 4, actually not online because I'm playing a single player mission in Destiny, so I don't want to say that I use this online because maybe then PSN bans me if they watch this video. But anyway, I really have to say, super awesome here to play with that converter. You have really a high accuracy, I can aim always in the middle, so to get critical hits, and yeah, it really feels like on a computer. Also, the Titan One does a pretty good job on that, and it really depends on the settings, because you can fuck up the settings, then it's lagging, and it's sometimes then hard to do some slight movements. So, but you can see fine movements here, that works really fine. Once you find the correct settings for yourself, it probably takes something like 1 hour, and yeah, then you can play, and it really feels like on the computer. So you could place it with a monitor on your desk, and then you have a gaming station. And that's a really cool thing. Unfortunately, that thing, as I've said before, is expensive, but just check out here the gameplay. I mean, it looks good and it's super accurate. I can just take the sniper rifle, take out enemies, and it feels just great. So yeah, once you play the first time with mouse and keyboard on the console, it feels very different, but as I've said, when you have the correct settings, then it feels, at least for me, better than with the controller. But yeah, as I've said, I don't think it's cheating, actually, or hacking, because I really have some friends, they are gods with a controller, and when I play Black Ops against them or something like that, or Advanced Warfare, then I don't even have a chance with the mouse and keyboard converter, and also the other way. So when they just played with mouse and keyboard, they totally sucked on the console. So it really just depends. Are you used to a controller, mouse and keyboard? But if you want to get a console, but if you like to get the accuracy of a computer, then I can definitely say this mouse and keyboard converter here for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox 360 and even PlayStation 3 is really super awesome, and I think, in my opinion, it's even better than the Titan One. So that was Destiny gameplay, and now let's end this because, yeah, gets quite boring, right? And yeah, I will now tell you my final opinion on the Reasnow Crosshair. So guys, we're now here at the end of this review, and here comes my final conclusion. And in my opinion, this is the device people were waiting for. I mean, the Titan One is a nice idea, but having a computer near your console all the time to emulate everything, run the scripts, it's really annoying. The only good thing on the Titan One is that you can just also run custom scripts, like you could have some hacks in there, you could have no recoil and everything like that, but I don't like to play with hacks on the console because getting your console banned can be, really a pain in the ass. And also, really, having a computer near your console definitely sucks, because if you have your console in your living room or you just want to set up a game station, you would always have to have a computer near your console, and it must be on, everything hooked up. It's really annoying, but sometimes I just want to switch off everything, like just turn on my console, get myself a beer and enjoy some Destiny or some other games. And for that, this thing is really, really great. But only bad thing, it's way more expensive, like $120 without shipping, without taxes. So you end up with a price in my country for something like $160. All in all, it's expensive, but I think it's better than the Titan One, and if I would have to choose between the Titan One and the Reasnow Crosshair, honestly guys, I would go with the Reasnow Crosshair, even though the community is maybe not that big, there are no custom scripts, And also, yeah, probably the support for some games, because the community is not that big, is smaller. But you've seen the software, it's actually easy to remap keys, and you can also change everything on the go without the need of a computer. And that's, in my opinion, really the best thing to play with mouse and keyboard on your console, because you don't need to have a computer near you. You can also just take that thing over to your friend, play there with mouse and keyboard, use a different controller, like if you don't have an Xbox 360 controller there, something like that. It's really, really cool in my opinion, and definitely worth the money. But well, it's quite expensive, that's the only bad thing. But you can find a link to the cheapest reseller down below in the description. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much for all your support. You will definitely see some more console videos in the next time when I get some modding parts. I've ordered something, but this will be a little secret. Okay guys, so thanks for watching, have a nice day, and see you again in my next videos. Bye bye.